How do you assure a lady and then you fall back and you don't act according to your assurance? Close to our wedding, we fought. When I'm saying close to our wedding, I mean like a week. The week of our wedding, 2 days to the day that we were supposed to get married, we fought. Not physical fights, like quarrels that couples used to have. We quarreled. What kind of demonic and mad quarrel that my husband and I told ourselves, you know what, we're not doing again. He said he was not doing again. Me, I said I was not even doing again for a long time. Let everything cancel. After we've invited people, we will send them messages that we're not doing again. Let everybody rest. I am tired. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, if this is the first time of seeing this face, hi all, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Do not make this your last. Consider subscribing down below. You're currently watching up close to Udori Jack, by of course the very pretty Udori Jack Oseni, where I vlog about motherhood, lifestyle, stories of my life, the foods that I make, random topics here and there, you know, general topics trending among celebrities, general vlogs here and there. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to be sharing with you how my husband and I met. Without wasting so much of your time, because I know this is the video you would want to watch, let me just stop mumbling about and just get right into the video. So yeah, it was sometime in 2019, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I was seeing somebody in 2017, 2018, but I did not understand the relationship. I didn't know where it was going. You know, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you've never caught the person cheating, you've never caught the person doing stuff that could hurt you. Guys, please let me just apologize if you're hearing any noise in the background. We're in Nigeria, there's no light, generators on here and there. It's always very hard for content creators to create content in a very quiet environment. I'm sorry, just please try to just filter the noise in the background and focus on my voice, okay? Because I'm trying my best to just shoot this video. It's been long overdue. Let me just shoot it and get it out of the way. I just hope I give you my best, and I just hope the background noise will not obstruct anything. Anyways, you know, when you're in a relationship with someone, you've never caught the person cheating, but you just don't trust this person. It was a distant relationship though. I was in Abuja and this person at the time was in Lagos, right? So we were trying our best to make it work. I was putting even more effort to make this relationship work, but it felt like it just kept on going south. You shall know when you're in a relationship with someone and it doesn't feel like you're in a relationship with the person, because you know deep down in your heart that this is not what you want. You're not getting the vibes that you're supposed to get. You're not getting the things that you're supposed to be getting done in the relationship. It felt like a one-sided relationship, like I was the only one putting in my all. This person was so relaxed and wanting me to be the captain of the relationship. It could get tiring and boring. You may be wanting to do it, even in marriages, you may want to do it, but along the line you will get tired and you would get bored. So that was what happened to me, and I love this person so much. I actually genuinely loved this person so much with everything in me. And because of that, because I wasn't sure of the relationship, I kept my heart open in a way that I actually still wanted some other persons to come into it, because I'm like someone that if I love someone, I love with my all, and if I'm done, I am done. There's nothing you will do that would definitely take me back. Even if you buy the world, I will not come back to you. If I'm done, I'm done. So I now told myself, I now told God too, that I really don't know where I stand with this guy. I really genuinely like him. He keeps on assuring me though. He's somebody that he tells you, instead of assuming things, if you're worried about anything, ask him. He will always give you the answer that you want to hear. But you cannot be giving me the answers I want to hear and you're acting in a way that I don't want. Why don't your actions fit in your answers? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but it was more like a two-faced kind of relationship, and I wasn't interested in that. I mean, I was already getting to 27 and I really wanted to be sure of where I was. I really wanted to know if I'm seeing someone or if I'm not seeing someone. I really wanted to know if I'm still playing around, or I really had somebody that is serious with me, at least in a committed, maybe not in a committed because in Nigeria a lot of persons are scared with that word committed. So maybe not in a committed relationship, but at least let me be sure that this person is for me and I am for this person. I wasn't getting that, so I managed through that relationship in 2017. I managed through that relationship in 2018, and in 2019 I told myself, you know what, I don't think this is what I want for myself. I don't think this is what I want for myself. I don't think this is what I want for myself. So I remember praying on the 31st of December 2019 before the crossover night. On the crossover night, during the crossover night, right, I prayed. That was like the major thing that was bothering me, because I mean I was getting to 27 and I really wanted to be sure where I stood with this person. I was always trying to let him let me know where this relationship was heading to, but he will just assure you and then you get relaxed. How do you assure a lady and then you fall back and you don't act according to your assurance? Anyways, I told myself, you know what, I think I'm done with this relationship. It's not helping me mentally, it's not helping me physically. I actually kept my heart open, but I knew what my heart really wanted that guy. Even if I kept my heart open for every other person to come in, I know I really wanted that particular person. Let's not lie. No matter how much you lie to yourself that no, that's not what I want, your heart knows the truth. That was my case. So I told myself, this thing is not helping me. It's not helping me at all. What do? I should just pray. I should talk to the Holy Spirit. They said there's nothing you ask him and he doesn't give you, right? I had to surrender my relationship to the Holy Spirit. I surrendered my life, the way I love, to the Holy Spirit. On that night, I cried to God. I told him, I do not want to be in this kind of relationship in 2020. I don't want it. It's not good for me. You know, when I love, you know who you created, that when this person loves, she loves it at all. You know, I just couldn't find myself loving someone else, if not him. So I had to cry to the Holy Spirit. I just laid down myself to the Holy Spirit. I cried. I called on God to help me to forget this person, that I really want to let go, that I don't want to be in that relationship. I don't even want him to work it out for me, because it's not working out. We've tried. It's not working out. It's not what I want. So you should try. God should try and make me forget about this person and move on. Even if you will not bring someone else into the picture, you should give me the heart to be able to let this person go and just move on with my life. Surprisingly, something that to let you know that God actually hears, he works, and he didn't really want that relationship for me. He works. After I prayed that prayer throughout that January, you know, it was too short for me to have forgotten about this person, but I just felt so free and calm in the spirit that I wasn't so bothered about this person. This is someone that I was always checking up on 24/7, you know, someone that we can stay for months, we will not talk to ourselves. What kind of relationship is that? We can stay for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, we will not call, we will not even text. Then maybe in the 3rd month, out of the blues, he will just send me a message, hi baby, I miss you. You know, those kind of things that does not even make sense. Would you tell yourself you're in a relationship with that kind of person? Let's not lie to ourselves, please. I was not in a relationship. I don't want to talk about that relationship because I have my own story to tell, and I'm sure the person has his own story to tell. So let's just let that slide. I meant to talk about how my husband and I met, right? So I just wanted to give a background of how I moved from a relationship that I thought was going to work out for me to meeting the one that actually worked out for me in less than a year. So fast forward to January 2020, my friend had an introduction in Benin and we all turned up for her. Everything went on well. Her husband, I say her boyfriend, her husband, we're just, after the introduction, of course, we were still at home, you know, just gisting, friends and everything. We still had some persons at home, some of our friends that were at home. I remember that day we were sitting in a dining. We had just finished having breakfast, so we're just having random conversations here and there. And my friend's fiance, the one that she just had an introduction with, just randomly asked me about my boyfriend. I was still seeing him to them. They didn't know I'd already crossed out my heart that I was done. So in their head, they still thought we were still in a relationship, right? So he randomly asked me about the guy, and I said it's fine. I didn't let them know we had broken up. I think my friend would have known. I did not hide anything from her. So I told him casually that we're still there, that he's fine, that he's okay. And I just said that he has a friend that actually looks like that my boyfriend. He has a friend that really looks like him, that sometimes he used to, you know, just whenever he sees that my boyfriend, it reminds him of his friend. I was like, really, who is the person that really looks like this guy that I really like? You know, in my head I was like, okay, if I see somebody that looks like him, maybe because I cannot really forget about him totally, I might just switch and just start seeing him in this new person. That was what I had in my head. And then I said, okay, let him show me the picture of the guy. Now went on Facebook. The guy did not use his picture on his profile pics on his profile pics on WhatsApp, so he had to go on Facebook to fetch out his pictures for me to see. When I saw the pictures, I was like, okay, kinda look like him, not like really, because I wasn't really seeing the resemblance. But anyways, he now said, and I said, out of nowhere, I just wanted to crack jokes, you know, like I really meant it at the time. I just said, oh, that is actually nice, he looks good on his own, do you mind hooking us up? I just said that though, not like I really wanted this. And I was like, sure, why not? If that's what I want, that he'll talk to his friend. But I was like, talk to him, talk to him for me, because I don't have a relationship. I want to start up something new. Randomly, I just laughed about it, I joked about it, and I left. I went upstairs, I was in the room. I didn't know my friend's fiance had already taken this thing serious. He chatted his friend up, he told his friend about me, he gave his friend my number, and then he came up to meet me in the room that his friend was going to call me shortly. I was like, Jesus, that was so fast. He had already given him my number. It was like, yes. It just felt like even this my husband said, be the fine wife. It just felt like he was even looking for, he did not have a relationship, he was looking for somebody. I don't know, Shabo. My friend's fiance now said that I'm a spec, like I'm my current husband's spec, that he likes big girls, he likes, I'm cute, you know, that you like me. And I said, hope me, I will like him too. It's not for him liking me. We were talking when his call came in. A number called me. I had not saved his number then. A number called me and I picked up the call. I was like, hi, hello. And I started talking. He introduced himself that he got my number from my friend's fiance. You know, he was just talking. He introduced himself. I was like, okay. It was too fast for me, but when we now finished the introduction and he dropped the call, and I told my friend's husband, like my friend's fiance at the time, because they are now husband and wife, so let me just call him husband. So I told my friend husband that oh, this guy, this thing fast too. No, he's already calling me, and you know, just trying to, well, he seems nice on the phone. I just hope he's a nice person, not by making it look as if he's nice on the phone. That's how, before I knew it, to back call from this man. Every minute they call me, they check up on me. In my head I was like, is this thing not too fast? Slow down, sir. Slow down, sir. It's too fast. This way where they go, you go no. And go be careful. Now express you they go. I wasn't really ready for it, but it took me unawares. He kept on calling me back to back. I was enjoying the attention, because I mean, every girl would enjoy the attention, right? You call me. I cannot even count how frequent he calls me in a day. He still does that now, just that see finish don't enter small now. We don't see ourselves, so it don't reduce, but he still calls. If he's at work right now, currently if he's at work, he still tries to call, video calls and everything, just like how he used to do before. So we were just talking, you know, he calls every time we talk. When I started sharing things about ourselves, we ask questions about ourselves, we chat every minute of the day. We were always chatting, you know. Then we now graduated to video call. He'll be video calling me, we'll be talking. I kind of became attached to him, not like I loved him already, not like I was in love with him already. I kind of became attached to him, and I actually stayed in my friends. He kept on asking me when we were coming back to Abuja, because my friend and I were supposed to go back to Abuja after the introduction. So he kept on asking me. I told him that very soon when I get to Abuja, I'll try to see him, or try to get to, you know, meet and talk more and get to know ourselves even better. Now said, okay, you know when somebody's calling you back to back, and then the person just stop calling you? Do you guys know how worrisome that could be? Do you guys know how restless you could be at that moment that the person stops calling you? So this particular time when we were preparing to go back to Abuja from Benin, I think a day to the day that I was supposed to go back to Abuja. I mean, we were supposed to be talking and discussing more of how, you know, how you will come back, how you will, because that's what we were doing before we got to that particular point that I was supposed to be coming back to Abuja. It's somebody that will share pictures when you're going out, you snap yourself and send, you video yourself, whatever you're doing, you will, you know, you just carry the person along your day, even if the person is not physically present with you. I woke up that morning, I didn't receive any, unlike him. When I wake up, at least I'll get messages from him, or he will call me to reach me, good morning, you know. I didn't get any message from him, no text message, no WhatsApp message, no missed call, nothing. I was like, okay, hard get, let me wait. You go stick up. Afternoon ritual, no call, no message, not even text, not even flash. I was like, and I became restless. And I said, but let me just hold on small. Towards evening, I was like, this guy never come. Anything they happen. And I told my friends, my friends noticed I was worried. They now asked, has this guy called you today? Has Oyewole called you today? Because they already knew the way he was going. He was even mentioning marriage. So they now said, so this guy could just be your husband. Like you know, when friends just talk randomly, and you know, it was like, so that guy, he never called you throughout today. I was like, I never see my phone ring. They said they never see my phone ring too. Waiting they happen. I said I don't know, because they know how much he calls and how much he tells me he really likes me. You know, they just said, hold on, you go call. On one night reach, this guy did not call. Tomorrow morning, the next day, he did not call. I was already packing my things to come back to Benin. Do you know I was so restless that I said, if the mountain does not go to Mohammed will go to the mountain. How did they say that thing? I don't know, Shabo, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. That's why I carried my phone. I don't used to call him. I hardly call. If I must, it has to be WhatsApp. I'll just chat with you and know how you're doing. But I like attention. I like the chase. Chase me. You want me, right? Chase me. So, and I called him. I called him. His call did not go through. I called and called. It didn't go through. When it wasn't going through, that's when I became more restless and I kept on calling and calling. It was not going through. I was restless throughout that day. The next morning, up until when I got to the airport, his call was not going through. He did not call me, nothing. I got to Abuja, this guy no call me or nothing. I just look up. I told myself, you know what? That's it. That's just it. It's always like that with me. They will just come, open my heart, and then they will just get out. It's always like, let him fuck out. I don't care. I'll just shut him out and just bounce back to my life and tell myself he did not even come. Even when he came, maybe we just had fun at it. Time that we were supposed to have the fun, everything have ended. That's it, because that's it. I mean, how do you just stop calling someone? What could be wrong? Why didn't you drop a message? Why didn't you just let me know what was going on? I was so pissed off at that moment. I just told myself, that's it, you don't do. I'm not interested again. I am not interested. I had already locked my mind again, because I mean, I can lock my mind if I want to. I can lock my heart if I want to, and I can open my heart and open it so much if I want to. We got back to Abuja. I was already living my life as if I really don't care, even though, let's be honest, I was still thinking that soon this guy no call me again. I was living my life. I carried on with my daily lives, and out of the blue, somebody sent me a message. I think, was it him that sent me a message, or was it me that called and it went through? Then I said, I have been trying to reach you, what happened? And he said that he's been sick. He has not had time to, you know, go through his phone or check his phone or do anything with his phone, that he's sorry. And I was like, how do you get so sick that you don't even inform somebody about it, or just let somebody know how you are or what your current situation or state is like? Ishasha, I don't even know how we just moved past that level, and with that we came back again. We were now talking again as frequent as we could. We now started seeing ourselves, but we hadn't met. And we now fast forward to when we were now supposed to see. I now told him to come to where I was staying, that I wasn't ready to. I don't go out to see strangers. I don't go out to their house. Even if we were trying to get to know ourselves, I won't come to mine, or we'll meet up somewhere, but shall come to me, not me going to you. So he now came to my place. I made food for him. I cooked, right? I made food. He was sick. He was still sick when he came, though, so I had to make him pepper soup, hot pepper soup. He ate it, then I gave him food, you know. He just really said, when he saw me, he just really liked me, and I kind of liked him too, but I wasn't carried away. I was like, he's cool, he's caring, he's calm, he's a nice guy, but let me see how this goes. After that time, we started seeing ourselves. We became frequent in, no, I think after that time he now told me that he was traveling to Lagos, he will not be around. He actually traveled to Lagos, but I don't know why the cold treatment I was giving that guy, like, it felt like my heart actually knows that would be my husband. So you know when you're just tossing someone around, you were not, I wasn't really giving it my all. I was just playing. In my head I was not taking it seriously. He was the one taking it seriously. In my head I was like, rest. Now that you just meet somebody, they talk about marriage, talk about wife, talk about rest. That's what I was saying in my head though. But I was still giving him the answers and the response that he needed to hear at the moment. Just me and my friends would just laugh about and joke about it in the background. So when they traveled to Lagos, I was like, good and fine, go to your Lagos. He already told me that there's somebody that he was supposed to marry. The person was in Lagos, but he doesn't want to marry that person, but that's what his dad wants. But he doesn't want that person, he wants his own person. So when he was going to Lagos, I was like, go to your Lagos, go and marry your wife. No concern me. That's your, when a jealous person is just talking, you don't even know what you're saying, you cannot even comprehend what you're even saying, but you just want to talk. So I was just telling in my mind, and I just said, what, stop calling me too much, so that your wife to be will not be, And the guy was like, what is even wrong with this one? I remember that time that I was going to Lagos, I was not having his time. When he went to Lagos, I didn't have his time. He would call me, he would want to talk. When you're giving somebody cold treatment, that's that I really treated him badly. If I'm thinking about it now, it was really badly. It was really so bad. So when he even came back to Abuja after he stayed in Lagos, I think he stayed for like 1 week or 2. Then when he came back, he told me he was coming back. He no concern me. I told him, if you come back, good for you, good and fine. If you don't come back, good and fine. Of course you come back because you're working here in Abuja. So why are you documenting your life to me? I don't want to hear now. Why are you telling me your every move? Why you are I don't want, I'm not interested. So he will call me, he will be begging me, he will try to, when you're trying to make somebody flow with you, and I was trying my best, guys, because I know what I had come out of. I know myself, I know my heart. If I let it out, it will fall too much. So I was trying so hard to hold it, even though it was leaving me, it was failing me. I was trying to drag it back. Then we became frequent. Come to the house, because he's my friend's husband's friend, right? He'll come to the house, we'll hang out, we'll have fun. My friend's birthday, he came with his friends, we will lodge in hotels. We are adults, friends, we'll lodge in hotel, we'll just have our fun, we're vibing to the moment, we're vibing and enjoying every moment as it counts. I didn't even know he was going to marry me. But in between that, we can fight, not physical fight. We can fight, we can quarrel, we can argue. The guy, they argue, and myself, they argue, I know they hear. Sometimes I'll tell myself, and I even should say this one, that my husband, we'll two fight, we two argue. Somebody that's my husband will not be having time to argue with me like this. He will rest. We go argue, and you will not agree, me too, I will not agree. But I don't know if it's because he's a Yoruba guy. He's actually from Lagos State, and I'm Akwaibom. Me, naturally, I don't used to agree. I like to argue. My friends can even tell. He will be telling me, is it because you're a lawyer that you like to argue every time? Yeah, will be telling me, is it because of your ego that you cannot let go? After we finish arguing, after we finish fighting, not physical fights, after we finish fighting, we will now tell ourselves sweet words again and just bounce back together. Sometimes we can even fight for as long as 2 days. Yes, we'll not just talk to each other, but then when we bounce back, we'll bounce back so well as if it's been 2 years. So that's how it was going until, of course, that lockdown time, he couldn't, of course, cars were not allowed. There's no way he could come to see me. He would trek, guys. This guy go trek. He was coming thrice in a week to come and see me. I used to go to see him more, but it was always very hard. So when I go and I stay. I stay over before I come back. But when he comes to me, he goes back, right? He will trek. I don't even know the kilometer. I'm not good at this kilometer stuff, but this guy go trek. When he reach, I go dey pity him. Then I now told myself, it be like saying that my husband be this so, because how many people could sacrifice like this for me? Even though I've been in a relationship where people sacrifice, I'm going to have a vlog on that. So, you know, I'm going to make a vlog, or oh my guys, I've suffered in relationship matter, and I'm going to make a sit-down vlog about that. The things that I went through as a single girl before I finally got married to my husband. So this guy will trek. He will come, he will meet me, he will stay with me for a while, because cars were not allowed, so you have to walk. Lockdown time, you guys can remember the era of lockdown, right? Going back, the same thing. I used to pity him that time, and then I told me, cannot always be coming every time like this, is stressful. I will be coming. There's a way a girl can maneuver, right? I mean, there were ways that I used to maneuver. I still used to see cabs that take me down there. Plus, most of these army men, they now started running Uber. They started doing both, so it was easy. At least I used that way to always get to see my boyfriend at the time. So whenever I go, I will stay for a long time, come back. So that's how we now started spending so much time together. We got so used to ourselves. We play like babies. We make TikTok videos together. We eat together, bathe together, shave each other, you know, just share ideas, share thoughts, discuss. He would tell me about his exes, I'll tell him about mine. He would, you know, we would laugh, we were just cat and dog, but we were always having our fun together. Along the line, Yomi now entered, but before then he was telling me he was going to marry me, right? So when Yomi entered, I told him that I was pregnant. I had done the test. I told him I was pregnant. Immediately I told him I was pregnant, he now started calling his family members. He called his dad, called everybody, let them know that his girlfriend was pregnant for him, and this is somebody he wants to marry, you know. Fast forward, and that's how this was everything happened in the space of 1 year. We met in January 12th, and we dated for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yomi entered in either August or September, if I'm not mistaken now. Then we found out about it, and that same year, he called my family, his family called my family. They started doing phone introduction first before he came down to Akwaibom December of that year to do the formal introduction with his people. And the next year, January, February, we got married in February. On the 13th of February, we got married. So guys, that's how I met my husband. That's how we got married. The stomach was like 5 months old then when I got married, and we've been going on well. But before we married, the fights that we used to have there, we used to fight, not physical fight, like I said. We can argue up until the point of getting married. We were still arguing, guys. We were arguing there. We argued there. We argued even down to the ring that he bought for me. I was telling him that I will not wear it. That when we get to the church and they said, will you marry this man, I will remove the ring and stone him. I used to say that, and I'll be crying. I don't know if it was pregnancy or what. A lot of things were just involved. My mom would just be looking at me. She'll be like, you need to calm down. My mom would be trying to calm him down, that he should just try to understand that I'm still trying to grow, and I'm pregnant. So these things are really clouding my mind, that please, you should just try to understand the kind of person that I am. That I know she knows I talk anyhow, but the hormones is also controlling me. I even called his family members on the phone. His dad, I can remember, I called his dad. I was telling him that I will not do this thing again. They should come and carry their son. That how can they be behaving like this? See the kind of quarrel that we were. In my head, I was like, this is the week of our marriage, and it's already 2 days to the wedding day, and we're not talking. How would it flow on that day? My brothers got angry. They were like, what is even happening to us? Why are we fighting? Why are we quarreling? If we don't want to marry, won't we rest? And I told my sister that she should come home. She should come from Ekens, that we need to have family meeting. His family too should come home. If they want to do conference call, I don't know how they want to do it, but I will not wait for the wedding day for them to come. They should come now so that everybody will sit down and talk. I want to know if I'm doing this or not, because I don't think I'm doing it again. I'm ready to stop everything right now, because we cannot be fighting. This is not what I want. This is not how my husband is supposed to be. We cannot be. Is this supposed to be this troublesome? Is this supposed to be this problematic? You know. I did not know that. That's how it is when you want to marry. Satan will just be trying. Satan will just look for every opportunity to creep that thought into your mind that what if he's not your husband? What if this is not? You know, when good things want to happen, Satan does not like good things now. So he will look for every means to scatter it. He fight us. On that day, 2 days to our marriage, when we're not talking, 2 days, everything just went well. It didn't even look as if me and my husband had an argument, or we had a heated arguments that made us to say things to each other. You know, everything just blended, and we moved well. We did our wedding well. Everything was successful. Today now we're happily married. We are 1 year in marriage. Next year February will make us 2 years in marriage, and I'm so grateful to God. Yomi is born, even though he had complications about his birth. If you've not watched that video, I've already posted it on this channel space, so go and watch it. So yeah, that's how I met my husband. That's how he asked me to marry him. He actually proposed. I didn't even, why will I ever skip that part? When he found out that I was pregnant, he proposed to me, because I told him, if you don't propose like your mates, I know they marry you. I don't understand. So because I'm pregnant, you don't think that's a pass for me. So I will remove this belly. I was stubborn. I will remove this belly. You will propose. If you don't propose, you leave them. He proposed to me, then I told my family that he has proposed. I was not flaunting my ring like I am getting married, you know. So that's how we got married. That's how I met my husband, and that's how we got married in a year. So if you enjoyed watching this video, guys, do not forget to hit the subscribe button down below, like this video, share with me in the comment section if you're married, how did you meet your husband, and also before you got married, approaching your marriage celebration, the wedding day, did you guys have fights? Did you have any heated arguments? Did you get to a point where you told yourself that I don't do it again, I don't tire, let me go? Because that was my case. I really want to know if I'm not alone or if I'm alone. Alright guys, so that will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.